What is a government watch list? A watch list is a list that contains information about certain individuals because the government deems they are up to no good. Whether you're listed as a terrorist, or simply got put on a watch list for using the Tor browser, here is what you need to know about government watch lists. A watch list contains the name, date of birth, and other personally identifiable information about a person. You could end up on a government watch list for several reasons, and you only have to arouse reasonable suspicion to end up on a watch list. Even making this video could land my channel on a watch list. Let's hope that does not happen. You can land on a watch list for all sorts of things, even if they are not nefarious. Buying a large quantity of unusual items can land you on a watch list, even if it's petrol, or something not illegal. That's besides the point. Your government might think you're up to no good, and they will keep close eyes on you. Using a disposable credit or debit cards, or disposable burner phones, the government is likely to keep close eyes on you if you use these items, especially fake or temporary credit cards. You could get done for fraudulent activity, or worse. Using the Tor browser can get the government watching over you, even if you're not accessing any illegal darknet sites. It does not matter. Tor is flagged as suspicious all over the world, and all ISPs monitor and report any suspicious activity to local law enforcement, so do not use Tor without a VPN or some sort of disguise. Searching up certain things on the ClearNet can also get you into trouble. If you search up something like, how to clean up blood, that can literally land you on a watch list, even if you're looking it up for a legitimate reason. And there's a bunch of other things you can search for that can easily get you under government supervision, and tech companies like Google don't care about your life, or innocence. That doesn't mean shit. All they care about is the money. So if you're worried about this, just use a private search engine and browser. Downloading pirated software and games, without the use of a VPN or proxy chain, can get you under close supervision from a law enforcement. You may even face legal consequences just for searching for pirated software on the internet, and the cops can seize your hardware and take it away if deemed necessary, and they won't necessarily need a warrant to do such things. Watching certain types of videos on YouTube, or uploading certain types of videos, can land you in a whole lot of trouble. Cops can demand that YouTube hand over user data, and if they want to arrest you just for watching a silly video, they can and almost certainly will do that. Posting certain posts or sending certain messages, you only have to raise reasonable suspicion to be a suspect. You could get labeled as a terrorist, all because you support Palestine, or some shit like that, and I would not go looking for Palestine stuff without using Tor and a VPN. It's just not worth the risk. Using privacy-focused tools can also, unsurprisingly, land you on a watch list. Even using Startpage or DuckDuckGo could land you on a watch list. Crazy to think that, but it's true. Remember, they have all the power, and we have none. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And if you're using private tools, the government knows that there is something you don't want them to know, so they are more likely to keep close eyes on you. In the event that you do end up on a watch list, how can you get off of it? This is the tricky part, as you have to find the exact agency responsible for listing you. It's very easy to get listed, but very difficult to get off of a watch list. Good luck trying to find the agency who put you on a watch list for supposedly being a terrorist. I thought America introduced laws that were supposed to stop the terrorist. Well, it looks like we have more terrorists than ever before, and you're going to call me the terrorist for speaking the truth? What a fucking joke. What a motherfucking pathetic joke. This system is a fucking farce, and the cops don't do anything to help or improve things, and it seems that the more powerful they are, the less accountable they are for their bad actions, and if we give them too much power, then we can all guess where that will lead us. Full-blown Hitler world. Yet, I would get labeled as a terrorist organization simply because I expose things like surveillance and the dirty actions of corporations. Hopefully this never ruins my life and lands me in jail. Too bad the cops could come and arrest me if they really wanted to. just for making YouTube videos, even mentioning police, cops, or something related to them, and I am not demonizing anyone here, I am simply speaking the facts as they stand. You can't tell me that making educational videos on technology is something a fucking terrorist does. If you think I am a terrorist, because I love Linux, and I am a privacy advocate, then you are a fucking idiot and clearly need someone to give you, I don't know, a bit of contact therapy. If your brain is seriously that fucked, stop watching this video, get off this channel, and don't fucking come back here ever again. This channel is only for those who are willing to learn about the things we discuss here. We don't go outside the tech realm, and I am not going to be held responsible for someone else's stupidity or retarded thoughts. I just want a calm, peaceful and friendly community where we can all talk about the things we love related to tech. But it's also my job to help you understand the privacy implications of state surveillance, and why surveillance is a unnecessary evil. Big tech companies are not the only ones who can ruin your lives. Your government and law enforcement can and will as well. At the perfect opportunity, the cops will come and take you away, just for searching up something on the internet, and you get labeled as a terrorist organization. You know, it would not surprise me if the government of America tried to shut down all the American-based private search engines and privacy tools, and then the American government turns around and says, hey, we are doing this to protect the children, or to protect ourselves from the terrorist, when in reality, they are eroding your digital freedom and privacy bit by bit, making sure you can run. But you can never hide. You know the saying, you can run but you can never hide. Well, if privacy tools are gone tomorrow, that will be the literal world we are living in. How can you not end up on a watch list? The best thing to do is to download and install a secure operating system with no background telemetry data collection. One of the most secure is Qubes OS. You could also try Unix or Tails OS. These are private Linux distros designed to keep your activities hidden from your government and any other prying eyes. Unfortunately, searching for and downloading such things can land you on a watch list. So it's best to do this over a VPN if you don't want the government knowing you will be using Tor. Sometimes they also hack the ISO images to spy on you, so please double check that the ISO image is indeed the real and legitimate one before you use these private operating systems and browsers. Do not ever use security software without verifying it is safe to use, and has not been tampered with. Choose a private mobile service which does not keep a record of your calls, text messages, etc., and find one that can accept alternative methods of payment, such as cash, or better yet, cryptocurrencies, such as Monero. This will ensure that the government cannot find out who owns that private mobile service number, and who is paying the bill. If the government can find out who's paying the bill for the phone plan, it does not matter who's using it. If your credit card is being used to pay for it, as far as they are concerned, it's your mobile service. So if they want to come down like a shit ton of bricks on you, they will. So opt in for a private carrier that does not hand over user data upon request. Additionally, you would want to use a burner phone with this private service. Do not use a brand phone like iPhone or Samsung, as this will make the cops more likely to try and see what's going on in your phone. Remember that Stingray device I talked about in a previous video. iPhones are not immune to that, nothing is. Not only that, a person with an iPhone might have more information that's valuable to a hacker or the cops than someone with a cheap no-name phone. Purchase a Faraday bag for your wireless devices, so they cannot communicate with cell towers when they are not being used. A Faraday bag will ensure nobody, including cops, can trace the phone's location back to a nearby cell tower. The Faraday bag acts as a firewall that stops all incoming and outbound connections to a cell service or any wireless network. It's kind of like a cellular network kill switch of sorts, except it's not a literal kill switch. Use antivirus software to scan for malware. Governments have been known to sideload malware on suspects' devices, to try and catch out bad people, but sadly, they could just as easily infect your phone. regardless of whether or not you did anything wrong. So install a reputable antivirus solution that you know will stop the criminals from cracking your device, and infiltrating it with rogue malware. Do not use any cloud storage service, and do not use Google Photos. Google can report you to the police if you upload a picture of yourself naked. They might think you're uploading abusive material or offensive material, when in reality you could be doing it for a doctor. There was a case where a man got reported to the police by Google because he had a photo of his son's genitals on Google Photos, which of course, was an automatic red flag on Google's end. The police ended up not arresting this man, and he was able to settle things out, but now, he is not allowed to use any Google services or products. Thanks Google, we love it how much you're able to ruin lives too. If there is a company that's as crooked as the fucking cops, it's Google. And Google acts like a gateway for police to intercept certain users. This user searched up this, let's go after them. This user searched up that, nah, let's not worry about that one. And the next thing you know, nuclear Armageddon is on the horizon, and the only people getting punished for bringing us closer to nuclear destruction are the people exposing the flaws of the technology in the legal system. We abide by a very flawed trust model in this tech world. We basically have no rights as end users, but when a company deems you as evil, don't be evil Google. They can take out any action they think is necessary, and Google itself is not the threat. But when you combine Google with the police, now Google is like a second or third legal system in of itself. It sounds crazy to even say that, but Google has its own set of rules, which they try to enforce as laws upon Google users, which you must abide by or else they can terminate your access to their services and products without prior notice. And they can have the cops come to you for as little as sending a doctor some medical images for a medical condition. How fucking retarded is that? It's fucking pathetic that the cops couldn't have said, hey Google, the guy behind this is doing it for medical reasons. Let's not flag this person as suspicious or child abuser, but no, they would never do anything like that. If anything, that guy almost landed in jail and would have had his life ruined. All thanks to the big fat motherfucking G over at Google. But Sundar Pichai is too busy drinking cocktails and going to Hawaii to care about the legal consequences for that poor innocent bastard. What a fucking cunt of a motherfucking cunt of a fucking cunt world we live in. I fucking hate it. But unfortunately, we cannot change things the way that they are, and some people are set in their ways. But you do not have to be unfairly prosecuted and treated like shit by the pigs. You can take steps to become a more privacy-conscious user, even if 100% anonymity and privacy is impossible. Without extreme measures, you can eliminate most of the existential threats from your life. Starting with Google and Microsoft, probably the largest existential threats. Get rid of Google products and services, swap Windows for a private operating system, install a private browser, use a private search engine, use a VPN which does not sell user data, and perhaps combine it with a proxy chain for enhanced security. For your phone, try flashing a privacy-focused mobile OS such as Graphene OS. Do note that you can only flash a custom ROM if your Android device has a custom recovery installed, and the device is already rooted. You will need to root your device if it isn't already rooted, and also be sure to match the OS with the exact brand, model, etc. of your phone, as flashing custom ROMs can easily risk bricking your device and render it unusable. If this is all too hard, you could try to live without a phone, but that's not practical for most users. You could live in the wood creeks out in the middle of nowhere, but again, not practical for everyone. So the best solution to all of these privacy problems depends on your threat model and how big of a threat you're dealing with, and if a government watch list is of concern, you have a pretty big threat to eliminate, and a hard one to get rid of. Who knows if I will end up on the watch list just for making a video about watch lists? I probably will. Let's just hope the government has enough brains to not do something stupid, like force me to take down my channel. I will not conform. If they do demand I take down my channel, I will fight my fucking way through the legal system. I will not go down without a fight, motherfuckers, and I am sure my viewers would support me if something terrible happened. But I can assure you nothing like that will ever happen. I will make sure the government doesn't take down my channel, and even if they do, I can always make another one. I probably should archive this channel in case something happens in the future, but considering how small we are, I don't think I really have much to worry about. The cops are far more likely to go after big channels with more than 100,000 subscribers, but you never know. The laws are so fucked that they can abuse them and use them to their advantage. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Bye for now.